Hey there everyone, it's Mike here from My PE Exam. I just thought I'd put together a little quick video to show you a little bit about the UK tour that we're doing coming up soon and a little bit about the publication which goes with that. So if you head to the website mypeexam.org and you click on UK tour just up the top in the menu there, then you'll come to this page, and this is where you can sign up to attend the tour if you want. If you haven't heard about the tour, then there's a little bit of information about it here. Essentially what we're doing is we're doing a free 10-stop tour. It sounds pretty rock and roll. 10-stop tour around the UK. You can see the places here on the screen. And we're going to demonstrate to you what we believe to be the future of classroom education. Most people watching this are likely to be PE specialists, but this is not PE specific. So if you have any other colleagues, leadership team, anything like that, we would love to have a broad range of people there as possible. So 3rd of July, we start off down in Worthing College, down on the south coast there. 3rd of July is 9:15 start. All the morning sessions start at 9:15, and then the afternoon sessions start at 4 p.m. So from Worthing, we travel up to Harlow. We're at Burnt Mill Academy up in Harlow. Then on the 4th, we are at North Kesteven. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh no, we're at the Deepings, sorry. The Deepings at 9:15, which is in Peterborough. Then we're up to North Kesteven in the afternoon, so that's a 4 p.m. start. It's in Lincoln. Then the following day, which will be the 5th, we are in Leeds. No, we're in Scunthorpe. Sorry, I'm getting my labels mixed up. We're in Scunthorpe. We're at St Lawrence Academy. That's a 9:15 start. Then we're whizzing right the way up to Durham. If we make it on time, which we will, definitely, don't worry. We are there starting at 4 p.m. on the Wednesday the 5th. On the 6th, we're dropping down to Preston for a 9:15 start. Then we're across to Fallabroom Academy in Macclesfield, and then on a final day we are Joseph Chamberlain Sixth Form College in Birmingham, and then finishing up at Lydiard Park in Swindon. By that point we're going to be exhausted, so forgive us if we look a bit tired by then. So we're going to come around. The teachers who attend the tour, maybe students are going to attend as well, probably most likely to be teachers and leadership teams of schools, that you're going to become the participants. You're going to be in the classroom. We'll have about a half an hour briefing, kind of introduce everything. Then we've got an hour in the classroom where you're going to be the participants in this self-paced, blended learning experience. And then there's a follow-up half an hour where there's a chance to ask questions and kind of debrief and reflect on what happened. What would be so this page here, sorry, before I go on, this page is where you can sign up. So please head to mypeexam.org and click on the UK tour. That would be lovely. Sign up, and we'll see you on that 3rd to the 7th of July if you could possibly make it. That would be great. If you hit the Education Reimagined button, it's going to take you to this publication, which essentially is where we've laid out our vision of what classroom education should be like. It's 26 pages long, but there's lots of pictures, so it's quite an easy read. There's a few extra little bits in there just to advertise a few of the other bits we do, but essentially this is an interactive PDF, so you can look through here. There's a little bit about us in there, and then we get onto the interesting part where we're talking about what makes a student successful here. We talk about the family, the behaviours that student exhibits, resources which are available to the student, any deficits in their knowledge, and valuable time. And we've put it all into this kind of equation. It's not meant as an equation for you to use with numbers, or it's not going to predict any outcomes for you, but it's just a way of thinking about student success. Essentially, we're saying that all of these things on the right-hand side can be manipulated to bring about an increase in student success or an improvement in student success in a school setting or college setting, or and a sort of institutionalized setting. So that's essentially it's all based in this equation, really. It's all based on this framework. And out of that, when you look at things like valuable time, how much time in your classroom is spent actually as a student in valuable time with their teacher or with a relevant resource or exhibiting positive behaviors, a positive mindset? How much of their time are they actually spending doing that? We argue that it could be more. So this classroom model is the answer to that problem, really. Is our version of a solution to that problem. And this is what we're going to be demonstrating on the tour. This classroom effectively has 4 areas, and students can move in between these areas completely freely based on, you can just see it here where my cursor is, these target setting sheets. So in this model, target setting becomes really relevant as opposed to something which is just done to the students every half term or termly or whatever your school or college does. Target setting becomes really relevant, and students are going to self-pace, self-direct their way through a series of resources in order to meet certain outcomes, and those outcomes are checked via checkpoints, via some kind of testing protocol, and you're going to have all that data fed back to your dashboard if you use My PE Exam. Then we go on to say, right, that's where we are now, the traditional classroom. This is the EverLearner classroom, which we're going to be presenting on tour. And then the knock-on effect is how that might affect a department or how that might affect a whole school. So this document becomes quite kind of provocative and visionary when you look at the descriptors here for what a traditional classroom is like, what the EverLearner classroom is like, and then what the EverLearner department might be like, and eventually what the EverLearner school might look like. And it's radically different. So it's a really interesting read. It's really thought-provoking. After that, we talk a little bit about the resources and some FAQs, which we've called FUOs, frequently uttered objections. You know, these are the kind of common things that people say, oh, I can't do this because of X, Y, or Z. And there's a few of our suggestions there as how to overcome X, Y, or Z. And that's basically it. The rest of it is just information. So yeah, 3rd to the 7th of July. Go on the website, find out where your local session is, and we would love to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We want to be provocative, we want to be thought-provoking, and hopefully you will leave the session having had an enjoyable experience, if nothing else, but hopefully with something to think about. So yeah, see you there. Thanks a lot.